Up next, it's our main event between the Denver Broncos and these guys defending their home turf. Time to determine who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. The conference championship is underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's a dive up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You know, not surprising that his reputation preceded him here, Brock. They got double coverage on him to try and slow him down.
Yeah, that's what you get. When you're this good and you're this talented, you're going to get the attention, especially early in the game. Now, what kind of adjustments can he make offensively?
And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He picked up a 34 yards on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
The first carry here for the rookie from the U. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Christian Gonzalez getting there for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A gain of 15 there, and it's going to be first down Denver.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
You know how we hear about teams or quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Setting up the running back screen. Has a big hole left. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place has been juice. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. Shoots away from one. Good work so far. He's got room. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. From the shotgun, it's Allen. It's his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Offense to the line fast.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. So we'll set up just shy of their own 45 after that interception and return. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Give it away possession with a pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Going left side, Bowers has it. Oh, this big guy is moving. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They'll try and punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos pull that in front further. 13-zip.
This right here, Kate, well, this is a performance of the modern-day running back. A touchdown on the ground, a touchdown through the air, and in just the first quarter, making a massive impact on the game.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Dumps it off to his running back. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
First down throw for Allen. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Second down. Here's Allen again. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. To the air again, Allen escapes the pocket. That one complete to St. Brown. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but across the line there, that earns the holding penalty. So they get dings for the holding. You got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for third down. gonna throw again. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Again, Allen to the air. And he's got it. It's in close. He has the touchdown. The Jaguars reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. We know all these players are aware of what's at stake here, Brock, and that is the score they needed to get them moving in this conference final.
We know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, especially with stakes this high. But, geez, you couldn't start any better.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Gamble now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. Oh, the Jags got it. And he'll go down here at the 16.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Back to the well again. Shoves him off. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. We're back for the start of the 2nd quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Back to throw now, Allen. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Jaguars can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Gamble now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Fits it through the middle. It's a foot race. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take the lead on the first play of the drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Allen. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Jump off top by his back. And he won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Down by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Catch made underneath by the back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
To throw again, it's Allen. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home that sack.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
When Justin Tucker did it back in 2021, it really was an incredible moment, in part because it also won the game as time ran out. Maybe not the same moment for this kick, but it's no less impressive seeing someone hit from 66 to tie the NFL record.
And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Finds him on the crossing route. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Saw the lane, hit it quick. Call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Throwing now off the play action. He's got a man left. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back gets the handoff. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Even if it doesn't get the first down, you can't be mad about that play offensively. The sweep was executed really well. They won the race to the edge, and it netted a solid gain.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's going to throw this one. That's incomplete left side. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that leaves it with 3rd and short.
He was covered by Travis Hunter.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his right. He's making a bid for it. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
There he goes again. And they take this in for the score. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. Trying for the deep ball. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction. How well the defense had that one covered.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line.
And the Jaguars, 1st down.
Allen now on 1st down. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this is gonna end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. Ooh, awfully close to that line to gain. Stop though, made it to 46. 3rd down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Broncos going nickel here. 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. This gets the 1st and more. Headed right through the middle of the field. And that is a touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 1-score game before halftime.
lead backs, they could take it to the house.
On his little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Gamble now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. To the air now on 1st and 10. And this one is launched downfield. It connects on the deep shot. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos will add to their lead at the end of the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And this will give them some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They get the timeout called. We've got 5 seconds remaining in the half. So they're sending out the field goal unit. Oh, my goodness. I have never seen a kicker make one from this far away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. Now, no real answers for that one. I can't imagine you would do that intentionally for any reason, can you? Yeah, no, but some excellent field position awarded for that kick out of bounds. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. Running it after the penalty. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Offense in the hurry up here. First down throw for Allen. Downfield is fine, St. Brown. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, or right at the 31. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down. New set of downs for him from the 31. They'll run here on first down. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. And he cuts it back right. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Jaguars cut into the lead coming out of halftime. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop, because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Now Allen will lead his guys up to the line to go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. That ties this game up. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for two in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? You know who Steven is?
Good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Gamble now on the return. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And they steal it back on the return. And they'll return it for a touchdown. The Jaguars take the lead right away in half number 2. That is the type of hit Brock delivered precisely to separate him from the football. And good luck to anybody trying to hold on through that.
And if you get a fumble on a return, a lot of times with how the personnel is displaced in position, you could find a lane for an immediate return. And sometimes that open space even extends the whole way to the end zone for 6.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7.
42. Broncos 35.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Starting from the 5. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the gun, here's a handoff. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
To the air on 3rd and long. Hits him on the in route. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing now on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. They work against the blitz. That's complete to Bowers outright. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Right up the gut. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Back now, pressure coming. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Jaguars, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
At their own 1-yard line.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. From his own end zone, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Allen on 3rd and short. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Play action now with Allen. Good strike downfield to Lane. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Get 22 out of that play. And the Jaguars have a first down. To the air again, Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Allen going to throw again. Dump off caught by his back. And he can't get the touchdown, Brock, but plenty of yardage. He goes out down near the 10. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Back to bad carries here. He only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Allen on 3rd and 2. And he is in. Touchdown. The Jaguars stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. They go play action on 1st down. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st down, they'll run. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through here.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Looking now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Look out. Setting him on the dive. He cuts it right. Running in the red zone. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jaguars have likely locked up the win right there.
We hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
56. Broncos 35.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Gamble now on the return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Now here he goes on the boot. Rolling out to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throw here on first. Has it downfield, working the left. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Working on first down. Setting up the screen. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting the game just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. It's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Throwing it again here. Cut out left. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get...
And he pulls it. It's no good. Kick goes too far to the left. Point after, left on the table. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. Covered by the Jaguars. And he's going to step out with no gain. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
To him inside. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and say these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. They show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Back to the well again. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars making a 3-score game in the 4th. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Gamble now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. They'll throw to begin this drive. And that one falls incomplete. Oh, it would have been a great catch. Still was a great effort. That brings up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run here from the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
22-yard line. A gain of 1.
Third and long for him here. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Mexico City. Broncos hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Fourth and forever coming up. They're going to try to throw for it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Flush down out to his left. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Jaguars keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. One play after their defense makes a stand, Brock. This offense says thank you very much and hits the end zone for 6.
That's really what you like to see, Kate. Both sides of the ball capable of making big plays and stacking that momentum with each other. And you really like to see the offense was prepared to get out there. The call dialed in and ready to go, ready to strike when the opportunity presented itself.
The Jaguars ready to send this downfield, and away it goes. Gamble now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be first down, Denver. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Throwing from the gun. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Running back sent in motion left. To the air on 3rd and long. And the incompletions continuing to stack up here, Brock. 3 straight plays as a defender knocks it away. Now it's 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Dive play straight ahead. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Running clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 42-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
4 yards brings up third down.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the gain's good there, partner. A nice 7-yard effort, but they're still well short, and this is going to be fourth down.
A gain of 7.
The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. The lead looks safe, but the penal's staying down. They're going for this. Another carry for it. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
This undoubtedly the final snap of a decided contest. Throwing now on first down. Allen. Blitz is there, and he goes down. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. They are Super Bowl bound, Brock. We now know who's going to be representing the AFC in the battle for the Lombardi.
Yeah, you never set out with the goal to be good. You set out to be great. You don't set out to just be a playoff team. You set out to be one of the 2 teams playing on that special stage of the Super Bowl. And with this win, now they will be.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Jaguars as we say adios from Mexico City.
priority trophy, but some individual hardware is pretty nice to end a season with, too. Today, one of their players has a reason to celebrate.